Orban's speech, delivered on February 17th, underscored the critical nature of the forthcoming EU parliamentary elections and the US presidential election, highlighting the opportunities these events present for conservative movements to influence the direction of Western politics. Orban's critique extended to various EU policies and strategies, which he views as increasingly disconnected from the realities and needs of European nations.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
In his recent State of the Nation address, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban cast a visionary eye toward the pivotal events of the upcoming super-election year, a year in which a significant portion of the global population will participate in elections, potentially altering the political landscape dramatically. Orban's speech, delivered on February 17th, underscored the critical nature of the forthcoming EU parliamentary elections and the US presidential election, highlighting the opportunities these events present for conservative movements to influence the direction of Western politics. Orbán, known for his forthright positions in global and European matters, expressed a particular interest in the outcome of the US presidential election. He openly favored the return of Donald Trump to the presidency, viewing it as a potential catalyst for peace in Eastern Europe, especially concerning the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Orbán criticized the continuous supply of weapons to the region, arguing that it only extends the conflict and results in unnecessary loss of life. He posited that a change in US leadership could facilitate a much-needed ceasefire in Ukraine. 2024 also marks Hungary's turn at the helm of the rotating EU Council presidency. Orbán laid out a succinct agenda: make Europe great again, MAGA there, MEGA here, drawing a parallel between his vision for Europe and Trump's slogan for America. This statement reflects Orbán's aspirations to instigate a political shift within the EU, aiming to bridge the widening gap he perceives between the bureaucratic policies of Brussels and the genuine interests and will of the European citizens. Orbán's critique extended to various EU policies and strategies, which he views as increasingly disconnected from the realities and needs of European nations. He pointed to the EU's handling of the Ukrainian crisis, rising illegal migration, the ongoing cost of living crisis, and the contentious green agenda as examples of the Union's missteps. Despite growing dissatisfaction among Europeans, Orbán observed that the current Eurocrats show little inclination to alter their course, emphasizing the need for a new European right to enact real change. Highlighting the momentum of conservative forces across Europe, Orbán noted the rising popularity of nationalist and populist parties such as France's Rassemblement National and Germany's AfD. These trends, according to Orbán, signal a potential conservative resurgence in the upcoming EU elections, with the possibility of the European Conservatives and Reformists, that is the ECR, and the Identity and Democracy, that is the ID, groups becoming significant forces within the European Parliament. However, Orbán cautioned against conflicting criticism of the current EU leadership with opposition to the European project itself. He stressed the importance of distinguishing between the two, advocating for a reformative approach that seeks to revitalize rather than reject the Union. Orbán envisions the new right as a European alternative, aiming to realign the EU with its foundational values and the genuine aspirations of its people. As Orbán looks forward to the challenges and opportunities of the coming year, he envisions a period marked by rejuvenation of conservative and sovereignistic ideals both in Europe and America. His ambitious agenda aims for a political landscape where regional cooperation in Central Europe is strengthened and the EU embraces a turn toward national sovereignty, reflecting the will and interests of its citizens. Orbán's aspirations for the year culminate in a hopeful vision for the future, one where the political shifts of 2024 bring about a renewed sense of greatness and unity in the West.